Hello and welcome back to Factorio Vanilla 1.0. In our last episode we finished clearing the biters that were in our pollution range. We have some out on the outskirts now of the revealed area, but at least there's none absorbing any more pollution and stimulating attacks to us. And then we moved back into the base to start laying down some more rails here. We came along from here where we had finished previously, blew up some cliffs, destroyed some trees, and continued along this way up to this point where we're at this lake. And then we decided that we wanted to landfill across the lake to bring in the tracks. And we did set up some landfill, but there have only been 84 pieces made, which isn't going to last very long. So what I want to do here instead now is to put down a storage chest, and we're going to kind of cheese the logistics system a little bit here. Put down the storage chest and actually, you know what? Look here. That way I can use the same power pole. And put the filter here as stone. And then we're going to come in here in the base and find one of these that has a lot of stone. By the way, I showed before that you can mouse over a storage chest to see what's in the network. You can also press L to see the logistic network here. But the problem is you need to be very, very careful that you're in the right logistic network. As you can see, there's two networks here. The first one is, I think, me. I presume me. Looks like me. And then the second one is the base. And there's no naming here, so it's hard to figure out exactly which one you're looking at. But just kind of be aware that there's a drop down here, and you want to look for it. And you want to make sure you're in the right network before you start looking at, or start relying on what you read here. So according to this, there's 1.1 thousand stone, 1134 stone in this network. So I want to try and find that stone. There's almost 400 there. There's 100 there. There's 500 there. And I'm going to do this. And actually I'm going to do all that for all of those. And the bots are just going to dump that stuff in another chest. They don't really care which one. But because we put this chest down here and put the stone filter on it, now it actually becomes the storage chest of preference for stone as the bots start taking the stone out of here. It doesn't always work, but it usually works. And there they go to go get recharged, I think, or something. And here they come. You can see they're coming this way now with a bunch of stone. And hopefully that means that all the stone got taken out of this logistic network. We can press L again. There's 550 left. Where is it? They could have taken it someplace else. It's here. Okay, we'll just do the same then. That doesn't work. This one. And then I'm going to put down also 3 more chests here so that they can rebuild those. There they go. So this is kind of like a forced sorting solution using construction bots instead of logistic bots, because they are trying to deconstruct this chest to their maddest, and it also, by the way, gives you the ability to do this early game. And they will make it work as best as they can. So now let's look at stone. Yeah, we have 101 stone left. Not too bad. And that actually might be what's in here. Probably is, actually. So this way we can kind of use up some of the stone that was in the boxes, and also use it to make some landfill, of which you have 110 now. And maybe I should have put a stack. I don't have any stack inserters on me. That's okay. We could do that, I suppose. Especially since we're bringing 1,000 here. That'll take them a little bit. They're crowding around the roboports on their way here to try and get recharged. And we're just going to take what's made, and we'll let them make the rest. And I'm just going to make do with what we have for now. Even if we have to do some crazy loop-de-loops or something like we did on the original track, which we can also fix now. Okay, let's just leave the car here and get our straight track out. It's backwards. You go there, and then we can line it up with that got put there, and then my bots will build that. There they go. And how far in do I want to go with this? Probably one more, yeah. And then we can take that landfill, there you are, And we can at least put down some of it. And I'm just going to go like this, right along where the track is. And basically I'm laying like a... Oh, I'm trying to think of what the word is here. Guess I could do the rest if I can, or some of the rest. I'm trying to think what the word is. Like a berm or a... That's not the right word. I can't think what the word is. Somebody will let me know in the comments, I'm sure. There's a word for a thin piece of land like that that's man-made. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we're going to go here, and then we're going to put our T intersection here on the end of it. Go ahead. Let you build. And we're going to destroy some cliffs. Ooh, this might be too close. Yeah, this is too close. Undo that. And let's take this out. Down to there, I think. And we'll just do the T intersection right in here. And actually that cancels, by the way, those deconstruction orders. Because if you paste down a blueprint over top of a deconstruction order, it will... wait a minute, is this what I even wanted? This isn't what I wanted. Undo. Oh, jeez. Okay, I did want the straight piece here. I'm doing some planning in my head and thinking ahead of what I should be doing. I don't need the T here because this is the end of the line. This is just going to be opened out into the station. So this is exactly what I wanted originally. Okay, go ahead, bots. Do your thing. I don't need the T intersection here because I'm not T'ing into anything. I'm just opening up into the station. Oh, I have 50 stone in my inventory as well. But we still probably want to deconstruct all of this because it's just going to be in the way. And we'll let the bots go ahead and work on that, including the cliffs, which will be fun, of course, to witness. I'll go stand here where they can get pretty much all of it in the range. And then we're going to have to do a station. So we're going to do something similar to this, and I'm going to have a large amount of parking areas the same kind of way. Nope. Large parking area. Is this the right angle? Yeah, that's the right angle. And then it angles to the right. Take out this signal and put this one in its place. And where are we at on track? We're going to run out of track eventually. Yeah, this will be perfect. Okay. There you go. Keep building, little bots. Oh, there's a tree down there to pick up. Okay. I have lots of more wood in my inventory. And some stone now as well, thanks to picking up those rocks. Probably take these ones out too. Run out of track? Yes, we are. Okay, as soon as we're done with this, we'll grab the car and roll back onto the base and get some track, or some more rails. And then this will just loop up, and we'll have a row of stations right in here, just like the other area kind of has. It'll be a slightly differently oriented station, but it'll work out basically the same. And we'll pick up the what we have of the landfill on our way too. I'm going to drop this in here. And also that which was in my inventory. Okay, and now the logistics bots are heading down to the mall to pick up some rails and stuff and bring them to me. And then we'll pick up the landfill on the way back by. So the plan was to eventually have 10 copper. So that's like 3 4 side or single-sided unload train stations, 12 iron, so that's also 3 more. I want to have coal in here, and actually at least that much iron, because we also probably want to bring in iron eventually for steel. Stone will be just 1 station, I think, because yeah, one station for stone, 1 station for coal. So we're going to want a lot, but we're going to have to build those as we start removing some of this other stuff here. So I'm just going to start out with a couple of stations for... Well, actually I'll have to leave the space for the copper if I want them down here first. So some stations for copper, stone, coal, and then whatever I have left I can put in for iron. So we're going to have to plan that out pretty well. Bots are little workers. And they're also coming to take away the little logs, but until we have all the rails we need, we might as well let them take the logs themselves. Give them some work. Some work to do. Okay, we now have all of those, and they're getting the last of the wood now. Come on, like 3 more bots. There they come. Boom, 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 and go. Because we're gobbling up all this, this might be time to cut off. We might have enough now. Especially if I pick this up and maybe make my own. Actually, I'll just leave the car right here. And I can pick this up by just walking over it because it's marked as X's. Kind of a neat little trick. Okay, so let's, first of all, we need to curve around here. And I'm just going to do a simple 90-degree curve. And then we need to grab a station. And this needs to be unloading stations. We don't have any solid matter unloading stations at this point. But that's okay because we can just grab this one and make it work. I'll just shift-click it, and I will take out the pumps. And I'll take out that power pole because we might use it somewhere, or we use that power pole differently. And this is how big the station needs to be. And actually, in fact, we could... Ooh. We could potentially fit more in here. Trying to eyeball this a little bit because it's not going to be perfect. Let me turn off my bots for a moment. That's this button here on your toolbar, by the way, or the Alt-R hotkey. If I put this over here somewhere, actually, maybe even there. Yes, I know. Take those out. We could try and get that into there, and I want to make sure, though, the key thing here is making sure that I can make this curve. And I can. And I could even move it over some more. If I wanted to. I could go that close. That might work. So then let's take this and move it. And pick up that signal. Careful to get everything here, but not too much either. There. And then I can take this one off. Nope. Just do it like this. Why make it difficult on myself? Besides, because I'm me. Okay, so that is correct. We have a chain signal coming into the parking lot, which has regular signals there. We have chain signals here. And then we have regular signals here. Let's turn on the robots and let them get to work again. And I don't have power because I didn't connect the power to the line yet. We need to go over there and do that. But what I'm going to do with this is, I'm probably going to do this a little bit differently. But what I'm going to do with this is copy this station. And let's see, it needs to be right there. I want to make sure I have enough room. Let's turn off the bots again. I think that's enough room. But let's go over here and turn on the power so that I can see those things stop blinking at me. And also Wait a minute. Oh, you're not gonna... Yeah. Doesn't take it out of the trash, which is kind of an annoying thing. Like, it would be easier if it did. But that's okay. So let's grab that landfill. There. But I don't like them flashing, so I want to go ahead and do this. Oh, just not quite enough yet, but should be able to get there once I do this little bit right here. Okay, straight track. Excellent. Bots go. Oh, there's a power pole missing down here, too. Right track, right there. Might not actually have enough landfill. Oh, yeah, we might. Okay, that should be there. And then that one and that one. And I went too far, but that's okay. I should probably disconnect it anyway. But let's hopefully I did it right. I did indeed. Okay, now we have power connected. How much landfill do I have left? 1. I guess I will put that right there. In case I need to cross there for some crazy reason or other. Okay, so we have now a station, and I want to turn my bots back off again before they get to work. Or 2 stations, rather. I'll bring this power in here, so I won't actually get rid of this flashing just yet. But I want to design the inputs here for... I should have brought stack inserters. For the station. Actually, I do want stack inserters. But we'll get by without them, just so I can show this, and then we'll need to go back to the base to get some. When you're unloading a solid item, there's a couple different ways you can unload. But this is really the easiest here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, great. This is really the easiest here, and that is these 3. An inserter will always output onto the far side of the belt, as previously discussed. So these 3 will unload onto this far side, this top side of this belt. These 2 will unload onto the top side of this belt. This one here, because it's loading onto the end of a belt, will always load onto the right side of the belt. So basically what you have here is 3 inserters putting onto the top of this one, which become the... Let's do this straight just so you can kind of see it. Which becomes the left of this belt. These 2 here unload onto the top of this one, which fall onto the right side of this belt. And this one's already putting onto the right side. So you end up here with a fairly balanced belt just using the inserters this way. There's other things you can do to try and balance it a little bit better, but this is kind of where it is. So this is kind of a basic unloader, and I was just checking here to make sure that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces between the rails and this unloading here, because that's where the 4 belts will go as we unload the 4 train cars. So I'm going to leave this here to flash for a little bit, and we're going to come over here and attempt to hook these up to that output rail right there. And each one of these is going to be slightly different. This one's going to be a little squiggly. Let's turn the bots on and let them get to work. This one's going to have to go up a bit and come back down. So I'm going to take it a little differently here. Oh, crap. Let's just do it this way and take that off. And I want to make sure that I put this the same distance away. So that's 3. That's enough for copper. And then we can have stone and coal. Actually, let me make sure that I am the right distance the whole time. Copper, 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 stone, coal, and then something for iron. We can at least do 3 iron stations for now, which is pretty good, all things considered. That we're fitting that all in here. So this is pretty well lined up, actually. You bring this down and connect those in. You always want to make sure that all your rails are connected, otherwise you will have problems. And then we can bring this up, and we can help the bots out here a little bit by building this ourselves. And going into there, of course. And then this we have to connect up because we didn't have it in the blueprint. Although I guess I could probably just blueprint it. Now this is a fairly large station. Okay, there we go. It's only going to get larger as we bring in more stuff. If I want more parking, by the way, I can just back this rail down here a little bit and put more parking in here if I end up wanting more. Right now I don't, but that could change. And then we want to bring this out, by the way, the same as the other one. And I will just grab this corner piece here and make a copy of it. And let the bots do the heavy lifting as per usual. And then probably that one, and then the last two I'm going to have to do manually. And then we'll grab this, of course, to there. And then hopefully this does not, dang it. Okay, so we're going to do this one also manually. One more there. Okay, so that's the last one that can go into that output easily. This one we're going to have to do something else with. And that something else... something else is more difficult. Actually, what I might be better off doing is taking this here and going over a few more places. And actually, I'm going to turn... Wait, go ahead and let the bots pick this up. And then I'm going to turn them off and just stamp this down myself as a blueprint and let them do it to... Let them do it later. Let's try 2. Let's see what 2 looks like. This can then come... That might be right. Without trying too much. I think that is right. And then this... This is going to go something like... Not like that. It's going to go something like this. No, maybe 2 was not enough. This needs to go up one more to there, and then go up, and then come down, and then go in. So this needs to come back out. And it needs to be aligned in such a way that it can merge, hopefully, with that one correctly. Yeah, like that. And I think this one will work out okay now. So let's take this out. Let's let the bots do something. Okay, that goes blue. That means we're good. We're lined up correctly. And then this one is a bit of a tentacled mess here. Oh, that works out well. So you have a little bit of a mess here, but it's kind of looks funnier than it is. It'll all work out in the end. Oopsie. I am out of rails again. Really? Dang. Well, that's fine, because we need to go get a bunch of stack filter inserters anyway, so that'll be fine. I think I will pause and go get the stuff and come back and pick you back up here instead of trying to, instead of just wasting some episode time on that. And welcome back. So I gathered up some more rails, and I also grabbed some stack filter inserters because we actually want to use those for the train station so that they're compatible with the later generation belts, more easily compatible, I should say, with the later generation belts. So let's take this power pole in somewhere. I guess it's going to have to go here to start with. And then it can come in. Maybe I'll just put him like every other station or so. There. And there. There. And there. And that'll connect them all up. And that'll work out great. Okay, so I want to skip, though, these first 1, 2, 3 stations because we know those are for copper. And we'll bring in the stone one right here. So let's redo, to some extent, that station. But we want to use stack filter inserters all the way across. This is the right one, right? 1, 2, 3 copper, yeah. All right, and then we need, of course, some chests, which I don't have a whole lot of, but I have just enough of. And then finally, we just need stack inserters. And then we're going to use that same belt layout, or you can't walk between chests without squeak through turned on there. Let's copy that, and then I want to deconstruct this, because we don't need to leave this here. We're not going to bring in copper for a decent while yet, because we still have a decent supply of it. So we'll wait on that. And then I want to put this down here, 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 and here. Of course, changing it slightly so that these 4 are the output belts. Like that. And then we don't have room here to do it, so I'm going to have to carry these over a little bit into... Oh, perfect. Into the base. Oh, crap. Oh, that's fine. This one's going to be tough, though. I may need to get some red undergrounds. We only have 1 space there. Not enough. All right, and then that one's not going to reach either. Okay. This will be red belts before too long anyway, so let's get some red undergrounds, but just pretend, for now, that these are coming out right here. And then we're going to do a balancer, a 4-to-4 balancer, which you can find blueprints of this, and I actually have blueprints of this that I pulled off of the internet. There's some Reddit posts on it. You can probably find them in Factorio prints. They're balancers that Bilka has either made or gathered, I'm not sure. But they have basically every possible balancer combination or input-output combination from 1, 3, because 1, 1 is not anything, and 1, 2 would be just a splitter. And then obviously some other key ones like 2, 2, and 2, 1 would be pretty simple, but all the way to 8, 8. And I happen to have the 4, 4 memorized. So I'm going to build it by hand, but if you don't, you can grab these and get them. I have them in red belts and blue belts here. I also have some big ones that he's done, which is 12 to 4, 6, and 12, 16 to 16, 24 to 24 in the different belt types, and some of them different styles as well. And then I have the lane balancer collection also that can balance one side of a belt to the other. But we don't need any of those. And then here's some common ones that I kind of put together myself a long time ago, and I've kind of kept them just because, I don't know, they were ones that I used a lot. They're all duplicated in here, though, I think, or pretty much. So I just need to clean them up, but I haven't cleaned them up yet. So anyway, the 4-to-4 is, first of all, you need to have 2 splitters next to each other, and then you put another splitter there next to that one. And then you take an underground and you go 3 underspaces, like this. And then you put a splitter smack dab in the middle of that. And then you put 2 splitters on the end, like this. And then you connect this belt output here to this input here. And then back out to that output. And then you do the same thing on this side. Oops. Same thing on this side, just like this. And there you have a 4-to-4 belt balancer, if you imagine that all 4 of those belts are coming through, which they're not. And then now you have 4 output belts, and that you can take to wherever you want to go. In this case, some of them will go here to making stone bricks, and some of them will go straight into the base to feed the making of rails and whatever else. Rails for purple science too. So let's connect these up. Even though we don't have all 4 of them going yet, we'll get those red undergrounds. Actually, can I just make a couple? No, because I don't have any iron. Iron's over there. I could go get some. So that's a basic kind of train station unload here. And then you go into 4 belts here, and you can use, you don't have to use all of these, you can use just some of them. But if you're only going to use 2, then you're better off only just doing these 3 inserters here, and just taking the 2 belts from the center, and just taking the rest of this off. That's the 4-to-2 that's also in here, by the way. No, it's actually not. Wait, yes it is. The 4-to-2, as you can see, is just that. It's 2 splitters, and then one splitter above them. And 4-to-1 is the same thing, but with just 1 belt coming out. But anyways, so if you're not going to use 3 or 4 of the outputs, don't bother doing the 4-to-4. Just use the 3 splitters and take 1 or 2 outputs out of that. But I'm going to use at least 3 of them, 1 to go straight into the base, and then 2 to come into here to start with, and possibly probably making a third one of these because we're also going to need to make concrete. So I'll probably want to devote one of those to making concrete. But anyway, we have this now. We need to go out and get some stone. But the first thing we need to do is make some more wire, because I want to do a little trick that I don't always do, but that I should do more often. And that is to make sure this station only accepts stone. And so we're going to use a constant combinator, and we're going to tell that combinator to output a stone signal. Oh, I didn't turn this on. Go into, if you don't have, wait a minute, did I didn't do it. Never mind. Never mind. I have that on. I know I have that on. There we go. Now it's outputting a stone signal. Okay. So, and then you tie this combinator to the power pole that's here at the station, and then to each one of these inserters, like that. And then also go into one of these inserters and choose Set Filters as the option. And copy and paste that, shift right click, shift left click, and paste that down. Wait, why are you showing? They shouldn't actually be. Let me do this just to, interesting. Oh, I know what the deal is. Okay, never mind. Let's just copy and paste now the inserters and the power poles like this. So now we've given each inserter the same command here to set filters. And we're also passing that signal along the power poles just to make it easier for ourselves. If I change this signal now, so I want to copy the station maybe up here to bring in coal. I can copy this whole thing, and I can just change this signal. By the way, when you see I clear the signal, all those filters are gone. And then I can pick up coal and check it, and now they're all set to coal. So when I copy the station up here, I magically now can make a coal station without any worry. And oops, I did it again, dang it. And the good news is, now when a train pulls in here, the only thing that it will unload is stone. If I accidentally send an iron train here, I won't have a mess. I will not have a mess. I will have a train sitting here taking up space, but I won't have a mess. So let's also name this as base stone in. And again, you can make your own names up. I want to go to the Factorio cheat sheet, because there is a train colors cheat sheet here that has some pre-selected or pre-identified colors that we can use to match the station and the train here to match the color of the item you're bringing in, at least to some extent. It's not perfect, but it's better than trying to figure it out myself. And then we're going to go ahead and put this down. And I want to do one other thing for this train. Solid cargo trains. Oh, we'll do another thing for the train. We'll give it some food. Solid cargo trains have a chest-like interface here, and you can set these as filters, middle click, and then choose that, and then you can shift right click and shift left click to copy paste that filter onto each one of these squares. And this makes sure that this train can only pick up stone. So if this train happens to get sent to a station that doesn't provide stone, it will not get filled up with something else that it shouldn't have. And then you can shift right click the wagon then and shift left click to paste that set of filters onto all of those wagons. So now we have a stone train ready to go, but the problem is we don't have a stone outpost. And we're going to work on that in the next episode because we're now at time, but we will head out here. I'll probably extend these rails and be ready to go, and we'll head out here, mine this stone, set up a station like these to pick it up from, and we'll have stone coming into the base in just the nick of time, because this stone that we're collecting here is down to 16,000 and 3 working miners. So we definitely need that stone as soon as possible. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.